Shalom, Nawathan, Kal Halalim, Wahawadla, Abanawa, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor is due to the venerable apostles of the Great Millstone GMS who rule and teach Yasha Allah well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Bayath Shah Dabadah, the House of David, the Tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of this world. Yahweh Ratazar, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So, yeah, this lesson will be a response to Chief Ephraim's $1 million question. Remember, we have to defend this gospel. Okay. So, why don't we see you, Chief Ephraim, break down what the MOTB is and how it will be implemented worldwide, right? All right, since, you've gotten your answer already, okay? Because his stance is from a position of ignorance, basically. Ignorant of what is going on in the geopolitical den, right? The geopolitical world, all right? And before the digital all is made obligatory, all right, throughout the earth, there must be a digital infrastructure, a digital framework built up so it can operate using it, okay? Now, the two very important components required for this is the digital ID system and a digital currency, which is a CBDC, central bank digital currency, all right? And many countries are in agreement when it comes down to a digital identification framework, okay? It's actually all part of the UN, United Nations agenda, okay? Remember these elites, super elites, all right, banking families, the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, they want their new world order agenda in it, all right, to come through, all right? And that they will get it, off and popping, but it says in Job that the Lord is gonna basically crash down, on their while he's eating. All right, in fact, let's get that. Job 20, verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be straight, right, in difficulty, okay? Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, all right? When he's about to fill his belly, right, when he's about to, basically have everyone sea-hipped, all right? Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon while he's eating, yeah? Okay. So, yeah. So they think they're going to continue to rule forever and ever, all right? Because that's their dessert, if you will. They want to, have complete and utter control of everyone, have that sea-hip inside everyone, so they can monitor and track and trace absolutely everything. Have complete dominance. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 10, and it reads, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see? So the words of the Lord do not go out void, man. Okay? The things written in the scriptures, prophecies, all right? The must and will come to pass. Let's get a precept, right? Same prophet. We'll go to the 46th chapter. Verse 9, it reads, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh and there is none else. I am Yahweh and there is none like me. Verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. See? So, this is all under the Most High's control. Okay? His counsel shall stand. Okay? He has the final say in everything. Alright? Which has been declared from the beginning up until now, till the end. All right. So he's the one operating on the minds of these, leaders in these nations, to basically bring forth their plans. All right. Which ultimately the Lord is controlling everything. Okay. We'll get that Proverbs 21 and 1 in a minute, but we'll go Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. And it reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. And the basest of men right now is the self-proclaimed so-called WHITEMAN. All right, the Caucasian people. They're the wicked ruling the earth today. Job 9:24. All right, E. Okay, the red Hebrew E. All right. So the Lord rules in the kingdom of men. He sets one down and brings up another. All right. Empires rise and empires fall because of the Lord. Okay. It's simple as that. So yeah. So you've also got the Bank of International Settlements as well, and they are basically, the central bank of central banks, if you will. In fact, let's get ChatGPT. What is the Bank of International Settlements? All right. So it says the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, is an international financial organization that serves as a bank for central banks. It was founded in 1930 and is headquartered in Basel, Switzerland. All right. Main functions of the BIS. Number one, promotes international monetary and financial stability. It fosters cooperation among central banks and financial authorities across the globe. It acts as a forum for policy discussions. The BIS hosts meetings, research and discussions among central banks to address global financial and economic issues. Number three, provides banking services to central banks. The BIS does not serve individuals or commercial banks. It only deals with central banks and international financial institutions. Number four, conducts economic research and analysis. It publishes reports and data, as you Americans would say, data, on the global economy, monetary policy, financial markets, and banking systems. Number five, it hosts key international committees such as the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision, which sets global banking standards. All right, the Committee on the Global Financial System, the Markets Committee. So it's got member institutions. The BIS has 63 central bank members from countries around the world, including the US Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, and others. All right. Okay. Importance. Though relatively unknown to the general public, the BIS plays a crucial role in the stability of the global financial system and in shaping policies that affect economies worldwide. All right. So yeah, that's a lot on there. See, of this whole empire, you got the Vatican. That's the religious aspect. All right, of this system. London, the financial aspect of this system, and Washington D.C., the military aspect of this whole system. All right. Remember, the Bible mentions, those unclean frogs. Okay. So yeah, this is where you know this is what they're doing. You see, it dictates global monetary policies. All right, the CBDCs will be completely controlled by the central bank that issues it, alongside the rules and regulations that will enforce it technologically. See, because cashless society, they're looking to do away with cash. All right, this is programmable money. Ultimately, said programmable money will be on a RFID micro chip the size of a rice grain that will be surgically embedded into your body. All right, do not take it. I repeat, do not take the C-hip. All right, so make sure you're getting this, Chief Ephraim. All right, Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. Let's get this in another translation. NLT, and it reads, the king's heart, the word heart in the Hebrew is lab, which is the mind, all right? The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by Yahweh. He guides it wherever he pleases. Okay, that's in the NLT, New Living Translation. Let's get it in the New King James Version. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turns it wherever he wishes. Yeah, I like the NLT as well, man. You see? So Yahweh Shem Yahshai is implementing his prophecies, and he's using the kings of these nations to do his bidding, basically. You see? All nations are bringing, they're all basically, on board with this, digital infrastructure, basically. All right, these different nations have their central bank digital currencies. All right. So yeah, these nations are bringing forth those things. All right, they're all on board with that system. And even from the outside looking in, all right, whether they agree with what the, whether they agree with each other on it or not, all right, it must happen. Why? Because it's biblical prophecy. All right. Just look at, for example, back to, look at the Crown Royal. You know, every country was mandating vaccines. All right. They may have had a different method of going about it, but they ultimately had the same goal at hand, didn't they? You see. So that's where things are heading.